Hello, welcome back to more factoring. This is worksheet 4A, practice factoring. It can be found in Ivy Learn class notes. We will go through this worksheet. I will not work them all out, but I will have the answers to all of them. I would highly suggest that this worksheet be completed prior to watching the video. So let's get started. On the first problem, I have a slide and divide example. So we want to take the factors of 3 times 8. So the factors of 24 that add to -10. Those factors are -6 and -4. So this second line, you can write the problem where you drop the A and write it as if A were equal to 1. Then we write our factors, preferably in a pen that you can see. X minus 6, X minus 4. And then we must divide by A. A is 3. Simplify. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 4/3 doesn't simplify. So you are going to slide the 3 in front of the X. So this is a method that you can use to factor when A is not 1. I will work out some of these in this video using that method. If you prefer to use the AC method and factor by grouping, that is great and it will work as well. There's always more than one way to work out a math problem. Let's get started. Number 1, we need the factors of -20 that add to 3. If you list the factors of 20, you will not be able to get a product of -20 and a sum of 3. So we start off with number 1 being prime. Number 2 is a difference of perfect squares. Number 3, you can factor AC method or you can use slide and divide. But the answer is 5C plus 4 and C plus 3. Number 4, same thing. I'm just going to write down the factors. I suggest if you have questions, take these to your class on your virtual classroom and be sure to ask your instructor. Number 5, you might notice is going to follow the pattern of a perfect square trinomial. The middle term is 2 times 2n times 3. So we know that it is going to be 2n minus 3 times 2n minus 3. I would just write it out that way first so you can multiply it back together to make sure you get the original. And then you can always write it as such. Number 6, I'll go ahead and work out. We need the factors of -15 that add to -2. I'm going to use the slide and divide method here. I'm going to go ahead and just write my factors as x minus 5, x plus 3. We know we must divide by A. A is 3. So if I divide both by 3, I'm going to slide the 3 in front of the x, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. And I just realized that the variable in the equation is the letter P. So we'll fix that real quick. Number 7. The factors will be 3g minus 2 and 2g plus 3. I'll leave you to work that one out. 8 is a difference of perfect squares. 9, I will go ahead and work out. The factors of 3 times 2, which are 6. The factors of 6 that add to negative 5. Those factors are negative 2 and negative 3. I'm going to use slide and divide here. So I need to divide by a, which is 3. I'm going to slide the 3 in front of the x for my first factor, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. Number 10, I'm going to let you work out, but I will tell you the factors are 3n minus 1, n plus 5. Number 11, factors are y plus 2, 2y plus 7. And number 12, 4c minus 7, c plus 1. Again, if you have any questions on how to work those out, be sure that you bring those up in class. Our factors are x minus 7 and 3x plus 8. Number 14 is a difference of perfect squares. 3x minus 7, 3x plus 7. Number 15, we notice the first term is a perfect square, and the last term is a perfect square. 2 times 3p times 4 is 24p. So that can give us a hint that this will factor into 3p plus 4. 3p plus 4, or we can write it like that. Number 16. Number 17, I'll go ahead and work out. We need the factors of 10 that add to negative 7. Negative 5 and negative 2. I'm going to use the slide and divide method here. So I'm going to go x minus 5, x minus 2. A is 2. I need to divide by a. Since 5 over 2 doesn't simplify, slide that 2 up. So our factors are 2x minus 5 and x minus 1. What's important here is that you have the factors, and the method that you use to get those factors, as long as it is mathematically correct, you will get the correct answer. Number 18, 4m plus 7 and m minus 4. More factoring. Number 20 is a difference of perfect squares. (21). I'll go ahead and work out. We need the factors of -3 that add to 2. The only factors of 3 are 3 and 1. I need a negative product and a positive sum. I'm going to use slide and divide here. So I'm going to write x plus 3, x minus 1, a is 3. So I'm going to divide by 3, simplify, x plus 1, slide that 3 in front of the x. Number 22, we need the factors of -6 that add to 2. You might notice here we have an a squared and an x. So let's just change that to an x. Factors of -6 that add to 2. Well, the only factors of 6 are 1 times 6, 2 times 3, and we are not going to be able to get a product of -6 and a sum of 2. Therefore, this one is prime. Number 23, might notice the first term is a perfect square, 5y times 5y. 4 is 2 times 2. 2 times 5y times 2 is 20y. And I'll just remind you that when this pattern occurs, that your sign is always the sign in front of the middle term. So we have 5y minus 2 times 5y minus 2, or 24 is a difference of perfect squares. 3c minus 10, 3c plus 10. Number 25, go ahead and work out. We need the factors of -10 that add to 9. 1 and 10. We need a -1. Slide and divide. I'll go x minus 1, x plus 10. A is 2. We need to divide and simplify. And if the fraction doesn't simplify, slide that 2 on up. I think I'll go ahead and work this one out. Using factor by grouping. In case you use that method, I don't want to leave you out here. So we will rewrite 9x as -1x plus 10x. Factor out our greatest common factor. There you go. Number 26, I'm going to leave that one up to you to work out. Number 27, we need the factors of -6 that add to 1. 3 and 2. The 2 needs to be negative. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, and 3 minus 2 is 1. I'm going to use slide and divide here. A is 2. Slide the 2 in front. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 28. We have 2n minus 5 times 3n plus 1. 29. 49x squared is a perfect square of 7x times 7x. 1, of course, is 1 times 1. The middle term is 2 times 7x times 1. We can use the pattern to know that is our answer. Number 30. We need the factors of negative 30 that add to negative 13. This one might be kind of tricky because if you're thinking 3 and 10, we're going to have to use 2 and 15 here. Because we need a negative 30, so only one of our factors can be negative. But we need a negative sum. So if we use our slide and divide, m plus 2, m minus 15, a is 5, divide by 5, and slide the 5 in front of the m, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. There you have it. Good luck with factoring, and we'll see you next time. Bye.